If you've been feeling like you're doing a lot, but not moving forward, this episode is for you. Clarity isn't the goal anymore. Execution is. This week marks Career Execution and Elevation Week, where we stop overthinking and start moving with intention, confidence, and direction. Because at some point, you have to stop collecting information and start becoming what you already know you're very, very capable of. Hi, I'm Jocelyn Brooks, and welcome to Ignite Futures Glow Forward with Jocelyn, the podcast where I turn reflection into growth and growth into action. This week is different. I'm not just talking about mindset. I'm talking about movement, execution, and elevation. Because growth doesn't happen in planning alone. It happens in what you actually do next. And before I go deeper, let me say this clearly. You don't need to figure your whole life out this week. You just need to move one step. That's it. So let me be real with you. There was a time I kept postponing something very important. Not because I didn't know what to do, but because I kept waiting for the quote unquote right time. I told myself I needed more clarity, more preparation, more certainty. But truth be told, what I really needed was just to start. And I remember realizing that while I was waiting to feel ready, life was still moving. And so was everybody else. That moment hit me. Waiting felt safe, but it wasn't moving me forward. So let's be honest. This is where most people get stuck. Not because they lack ideas, not because they aren't capable, but because they delay execution. We plan, we prepare, we research, we overthink, we wait. And slowly, quote unquote, later becomes a lifestyle. But here's the truth. Waiting for the perfect time is still a decision. It's just a decision to stay still. This week is your reminder. You don't need more clarity. You already have enough. You don't need more time. You're already in it. And you definitely don't need perfect conditions. You need movement. And let me be clear. This is not about doing everything. It's about doing the next right thing. Execution turns intention into evidence. Elevation happens in motion, not preparation. Before execution, overthinking happens. Planning endlessly, waiting to feel ready. After execution, clarity through action, confidence through movement, progress instead of possibility. Nothing changes until something moves. So, listener, here's your focus this week. I want you to pick one thing that you've been delaying. Take the first step within 24 hours. Stop waiting for confidence. Build it through action. Measure progress. Please stop measuring perfection. Also, take the pressure off yourself for a minute, just for a little moment. This isn't about doing everything. This is about doing one thing that moves your life forward. That's enough. One step can shift every single thing, everything. Here goes this little challenge, right? By the end of this week, take one execution step you've been avoiding. Not when you feel ready, not when it's perfect. This week. Because execution is not about pressure, it's about alignment with your potential. Because the life you want isn't waiting on more information, it's actually waiting on movement. Because execution is where you stop being the version of you that plans and start becoming the version of you that moves, it makes sense for you to take control of it this week. If this episode resonates with you, I want you to like, follow, share, and subscribe to Ignite Futures Glow Forward with Jocelyn on all major podcast platforms so you don't miss what's next. This space is here for real conversations, real reflection, and real transformation. Also, keeping in mind that my books are part of this journey. First, From Stuck to Spark, it helps to break the stagnation. My second book, Seasons of Growth, it helps you navigate transitions and elevation. Both are available now on Amazon in paperback form and in Kindle form. Also, you can explore my Ignite Futures Reset and Rise blogs on my website for reflection, clarity, and grounding between seasons. This is for all listeners that love to read. Okay? Just go to my website. And on social media, I share daily coaching insights under Ignite Futures LLC, which is on LinkedIn, or Ignite Futures with Jocelyn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X. I'm everywhere. Finally, keep glowing, keep growing. Let's grow together, let's glow forward, and let's ignite what's next.